Hello, everyone, and welcome to RollPlay R&D week number 8. It's been about a month since we have all convened and sat down for some role-playing. So, let's find out what everyone's been up to. And I can hear myself. Great. Starting awesome. We talk.
Yo.
Hello.
You can hear yourself? The wonderful world of audio. Isn't it amazing, JP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's because the camera wasn't muted. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. What have I been up to? Same shit, different day. Ready to play.
It's Thursday.
That's
Is it Thursday?
Yes.
It is.
Okay. Monday and Tuesday.
You know what?
I do
have one thing.
What's that?
So I'm late to the party. I've started watching Mad Men.
Yeah.
And
what season are you in?
I just am starting season 3. Just starting season 3.
I'm trying to remember.
Good shit.
Okay.
It is good, is what I would have said 6 years ago.
Exactly. I'm coming around to it. Good shit. All those guys that were like, God, Wheat, fuck you. I watch this shit, blah, blah. Okay, I'm getting on your level. All right?
There you go.
Appreciate.
Oh, a lot of mean people in your life. Wow.
Oh, man, all of them. They're like, don't you realize you're a fucking puzzle, and you've got a piece missing. You haven't fucking Don Draper. Like, God, fuck you, Wheat. I'm like, great. So on my time, I sat down.
Yeah.
Boom.
I also like the catalyst to why you started watching that. Can we share that?
Yeah, so the catalyst is my wife ran out of episodes to watch of like Teen Wolf or Vampire Diaries or something like that. And I'm sorry, Jen, if you're watching right now. She watches great show. No. I take it all back. She got to the end of Lost for the third time this year. And
wow.
So she finished Lost for the third time this year. And she started watching Mad Men without me while I was at PAX. And so I tried to catch up with her. Yeah, so then I was like...
How are you even still married?
God, I know. I was like, here I was at PAX. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so mad. I'm just gonna watch like episode 1 right now. Yeah, 2 a.m.
2 a.m. and Wheat's like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, is everything okay? Did like someone get in an accident? And he's like, she fucking started Mad Men, JP, and I'm just like, yeah. That's not that. Okay.
That's not good.
Anyway, I got 7 minutes into episode 1, fell asleep.
Yeah.
And now I'm on season 3.
There you go. Steven, what's been happening in the past 24 hours in your crazy Montrealian life?
We had a lot of fun yesterday. I did some work today, and now I'm here to have a lot of fun today. Yeah. Wearing my huge hoodie. I can even do this. Oh my God. Yeah.
That looks really comfortable.
What?
That's about all I got, man.
I couldn't wear that.
That looks really uncomfortable.
It looks really uncomfortable like
you
that.
You look like
actually.
a Jawa, like a hairy Jawa.
I'm sure
like
it's better when I don't
turtle.
have these huge things on my ears. But
what do Jawas actually look like under their coats, or are they just born?
Oh, they were little furry bug dudes.
Really?
they're children.
Yeah, the little furry bug
bugs.
people.
I never knew that.
It's true. Little black furred bug people.
Is that still canonical, or?
Oh,
has that
probably
been
not
wiped?
anymore. No,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
not anymore. They
So
pull it
they
down.
might-
It's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Pulls it down like, oh, Timmy,
Might
oh, Mickey Mouse ears.
It still might be Mickey Mouse. You never know.
Could be.
Could be. Jesse, what have you been up to the past month, sir?
Oh my God, I'm finally home. The last month has been me overseas, and then me at PAX, and then me everywhere but home, and I'm home now. So that's all that matters. And it's nice to do things not at a laptop in a hotel with like 28K modem. That's like
yeah.
So I'm that's it. I don't even want to. Nothing important happened. I'm done. I don't remember any of it.
Awesome.
It's good to be back.
Short and sweet. Well, Maggie, you had some big announcements this week.
Yeah.
You got a new job.
Unfortunately, everything has been crazy for me, so I have like a ton of crap to talk about. But I know we want to play Numenara.
Does your shirt say Tool?
It does say Tool. It's my favorite band.
Oh, I thought it was just letting people know in advance.
These are different kind
before
of
talking
tools,
to you.
Jesse.
Before talking to you, what they were getting into. Like, oh no, okay, I'm gonna find someone else to talk
Jesse,
to.
I am going to buy you a CD and you're going to listen to it, okay?
You've listened to Tool before, right, Jesse?
I grew up in the 90s. I know.
Yeah,
what Tool
okay.
is.
All right.
Okay,
No, I was
I
just,
was like,
I was just making
oh my
sure.
gosh.
I was
My
making
world
a
is
joke about
imploding right
you,
now.
in fact, being a tool. That's all I was saying.
Thanks, Jesse, you jerk. What the heck?
I'm back, baby.
No. But yeah, so for those of you who knew, I was a developer at SOE, and now I'm going to be working at Curse. So I'm leaving SOE, and my last day is tomorrow. So my life has been just chaos, like boxes, and then like trying to like make campaigns up until November so expansions can launch for EverQuest 2, and it's just been, my mind is like, as soon as Friday happens, I'm gonna like drink copious amounts of alcohol and just like
No, you're
pass
not.
out.
You're just going to go
and then I'm
home
gonna
and pack. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pack for the whole weekend, and then I'm gonna
Drunk
go on a
packing.
4-day drive to Alabama.
Wait, Alabama? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're moving
Well,
to Alabama.
That's where I will be at.
And are you?
Whoa, what?
That's where Curse is at. That's where their video team is. So I'm going to be video hosting for them and then helping them with production
Moving to
management.
Bama.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
They
Yeah,
were-
that's it.
Their cameras run on corn pone and like backwash or whatever. What the hell? What is
Hey,
going on
our
there?
cameras in Nebraska run off methane cow farts, so I mean, you're probably not too far off. So
We run off corn pone and fatback. That's how we do it. Like, what is?
Hey, you know what?
Alabama?
That would be saving the world. So I'd be all for that.
There is
Can I
some
ask you a
excellent
question?
barbecue. in
Sure,
Alabama.
Jesse. You can.
Have
I
you-
mean, you just
Have
asked
you
me a question.
I'm gonna ask you another one. Have you seen? I'm just curious because do you know how many people work at Curse? Because I imagine there is an arms race to absorb everyone on the internet between Riot and Curse. Because everyone I know is working for one of the two at the moment, and if they're not, they will be. And I just imagine everyone on the internet. They're like, we must have an army. And one day, when the world ends and they become the generals of the post-apocalypse, I just want to know which one to avoid. And that's all I'm asking.
Well,
I just wanna
obviously,
know.
I
clearly
don't
you
know,
need to
like,
avoid
full
riot
amounts of how
because-
many people work there, but the team that I'm going to be
Everyone I
working on
know.
is fairly small.
They must be so big they had to put people in Alabama. They ran out of space in the other 49 states.
Their
They were like, we
studio's
didn't want to
really
do it.
nice.
We had to.
The studio in Alabama is really nice, and the area that it's in is really nice. There's like a beautiful pond right across the street, so I can like eat my lunch and then go for a little walk.
You don't want to go outside in Bama. It's hot.
Oh, the
It is
You go
warm.
that
People are
pond.
always like, what's the weather going to be like? It's going to be so different. I'm like, their average is 70. It's like the same as like San
Oh,
Diego,
no.
except for it's
No,
humid.
no, that's
No,
70.
no,
That's 70 in
no.
December. Is
No.
what?
Yeah.
it's
I'm sorry,
southern.
Maggie. I'm
I-
from the south.
It's not that
that's
bad.
not
I was there,
accurate.
and first of all, anyone who's a freaking gamer, who the hell cares what it's like outside? I never go out there. I've lived
You're
in
the
San
one who
Diego
said you wanted to go
for
sit by a pond. And eat
I
lunch.
lived in San Diego for 8 years, and if someone came to visit and they were like, "What do we do in San Diego?" Like JP came to visit, and he was like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "I have no freaking clue. I don't know what's outside. I don't go out there.
It's true.
I go to work and then I come home and I play video games. Like that's my life." Flip this table. I'm done. Let's play Numenara, JP.
I like
Let's
giving you a hard time. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna miss this.
This isn't going away, Jesse. This is still happening.
No, when you get to Bama, you're gonna become a Southern Belle. You'll be like, "Oh, wow, hello there, Mr. JP. I do declare I am ever ready to play today." And then,
Oh
like,
my
whenever she rolls,
gosh,
like, "Oh,
Jesse,
you give me the vapors."
Jesse, your maid has to have that accent. Please,
I
please.
swear. I'll get myself
Southern
a.
maid.
Southern
Ooh.
Maid, you have to. Because if
Some
you guys didn't know,
sweet
we are going to be playing
tea.
Maid RPG as a one-shot. It's going to be hilarious.
I don't know if I could stand Jesse doing that for 4 hours.
Oh, Mr. JP, I do declare.
That might be too much. Might be
I
too
think
much.
he could do it, and I think you'll just deal with it, JP. You'll put those sunglasses on,
I need
and you'll
to.
just.
That actually reminds me. I need to order the thing that me and you talked about, Jesse.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
Are you guys both getting matching maid costumes? Is that what's happening?
Let's play Numenera, Steven.
Let's play Numenera.
So, what happened last time? Does anybody remember?
Nope.
I have notes,
It
but
was,
my
it was
brain's
4
fried.
a.m. last time we played, so I don't remember.
Right, you got yelled at for being loud in the hotel room. Excellent.
That's true. And
That's
the last hour is me like, okay, so this is my turn.
Yeah.
You're like, why is he
Yeah.
whispering?
Me and
So-
Wheat got super confused. I
Let
found
me
out
just,
my,
like-
my sensei was a druggie.
Oh, right.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's
yep.
right. And we thought you were gonna kill him, but instead you took away his drugs, and we were disappointed in you for that.
It's
I was
true.
proud, but I was
As
wondering
players,
if it was
not
going down that
characters.
hill.
Oh, as human being, I was disappointed you didn't murder him for drug
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go
So-
Judge Dredd.
So you guys talked with Nicodemus last time, and he was a meanie who didn't care for your actions, and he drugged you all after Jesse found like a couple traps hidden in the drawer that he was asked to open.
That's right.
You guys passed out from the drug, woke up the next morning. Nicodemus was gone. Bleen had found Vex, who was like drugged out, or Bleen found Vex's apartment on top of the dojo, and there were drugs in his apartment, which Bleen then promptly smoked. And Bleen got all tripped out on this substance called Dataglin, and then Vex stumbled in the morning, pretty strung out also. He said that the redheads are looking for retribution against you guys for blowing up a couple of their party members earlier. Yeah, what else did you find?
Oh, we I know that the rest of us spent time looking over the books, trying to figure out
Yep.
what the weird symbols meant and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and then there was a
nature
maze
memory.
book that made us go crazy. That's all I remember. And I was like,
Yes.
why don't you guys read that instead?
You guys have not yet resolved the mystery of the maze book. And I think at the end of the last session, we found out that there was a cloaked fellow hiding in the north of town that was mysterious, and the Wilbur, the guy at the front gate.
Folks, we were solving the mystery of
Yeah, you guys were solving the
laser
mystery
blast or
of. Oh no, it wasn't Wilbur. Wilbur was the guy who was killed.
Yeah, he was he was like the old fat guard at the beginning who was
Pocket
like,
and Amelia went to talk
Yeah.
to Grimes and Jane.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Jimes and Jane. Yeah, so Pocket and Amelia, you guys went to talk to Jimes and Jane, who disliked Wilbur. AAA, you're going to try to find this cloaked fellow in the north of town, and Bleen decided he was just going to go meditate.
Yep.
And I think you guys
Good
have
job, JP.
have uncovered that Wilbur was killed by some kind of freezing cipher. Like
His
the flesh
body-
on his body was like
Yeah.
frozen, and his
from the
body was
inside
still
out.
cold.
from the inside out.
And
Well, he had
found
like a
the-
big burn scar across his chest from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the inside of his body was all frozen, as you discovered during a comedy of errors, wherein some of you were pretending to be Aeon priests, that the others of you were convinced were real Aeon priests.
That was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
That happened.
It does happen.
Yeah.
Happens from time
And
to
someone in
time.
chat just pointed out you also found out that Nicodemus made a mistake in his research. It's not an upload, this process that he's
Oh,
describing.
yes.
It's a download.
Which
Yeah.
is super
Oh,
creepy.
you also found out that there are two sects of the Aeon priests. There's the activist priests and the preservationist priests, who employ philosopher assassins known as the Scarifiers. So, why don't we start with AAA? You've got
Alright.
your Skeski,
Champa.
Champa at your side,
Champa.
and you're heading to the north of town. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
What are
I
you
was-
looking for?
I'm trying to remember, like, that's what I was trying to look for to see what I was. Remember, because we split up,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to remember what we split up for. It's been so long.
I know it's been forever.
Do you guys remember?
For
Well, this
So
weird
we were investigating who killed the guy.
yeah,
Right.
this weird old man said that he saw someone strange come into town a couple nights ago.
Strange fellow in a cloak, looked
Yep.
kind of sketchy.
Yep.
His he said he was visiting his family on the northern edge. So I guess I'm
Yep.
checking to see if he's actually visiting his family or
Mhm.
where he is off to. So I'm just gonna kind of stalk him a little bit.
Okay. Are you like trying to gather information from people as you pass, trying to find out if they've seen this person, or are you trying to like approach stealthily and not try to let anybody know what you're doing?
I'm probably not gonna let anybody know what I'm doing. Just watch.
Okay. In the north end of town, there's actually a nice fountain where there's like a couple of houses around it. So you come up to this fountain, and it's like an old ancient metal device with actually like panels that are darkened on it. But there's like water that seeps up from various locations as this thing. It's got like this sort of asymmetrical tier coming out of the center of it with gratings on top that water spills out of, and it's making a nice burbling sound. There are 3 sort of low houses that are dug into the earth here, and all of them have like grass and stuff growing on top of them. They're almost like hobbit holes. And the path that leads north of town that you guys walked on to get to the mine, the buzzing quarry that you guys destroyed in a previous session, runs adjacent to this. So you guys have come this way before, and this is about as far north as the town goes. What are you looking for around here?
I'm just watching him to see what he does. I'm not really necessarily looking for anything specifically.
You haven't found this guy yet.
Oh, I haven't found him?
No.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm looking for then. I'm just looking to see where he's at.
Are you gonna like try and just wait for a while?
I thought I was following him. That's right. I totally forgot I wasn't. So I guess I probably would ask some people around if they've seen a cloaked fellow.
Okay.
Supposed to be visiting his family.
Give me an intellect roll.
Sure. Is this going to be a hard intellect roll?
No. It's a sliding scale intellect roll.
Let's just roll d20. Bam.
Yeah. So you find a kid who's like playing with a ball against the side of like a big sheet of like metal that's just sticking out of the ground, curved up. And he's just like throwing it against it. You see like a couple of chalk lines like drawn on this metal. And then he sort of like, he looks up at you, and he's got like a big tangle of sandy blonde hair, and he's wearing like a bright red shirt and blue shorts, and he's barefoot. And he looks up at your Seski, and he immediately grabs his ball, it catches it, and then he runs around behind the sheet of metal. What do you do?
So he throws the ball, and the kid goes behind the sheet of...
like the kid is throwing this ball against this sheet of metal, and it's like bouncing back, and he's catching it. He's kind of playing catch with himself, but as soon as he sees you, and especially he looks at Chomper, and he goes, "Huh!" and he like runs around behind the sheet of metal.
Oh. I say, don't be frightened. Come here.
And he sort of pokes his head out. He says, "Who are you?"
I'm AAA. Who are you?
I'm Threll.
Well, Threll, why don't you toss that ball this way?
But your monster's gonna get it.
Oh no, this is Chomper, and I like pet Chomper, and he like kind of like slobbers, and his tongue
does his
kinda
tongue like
hangs out.
hang out and like drool go like all over? This kid, like, he sees like the slavering maw of this beast just like open, and he just like grabs the ball and he like ducks behind the metal sheeting, and you hear like a reverberated echo of his voice going, "No thanks."
All right, well, it's fine. We don't have to play ball. It's all right. Have you by chance seen a fellow wearing a cloak?
What kind of cloak?
A dark cloak that goes over his head?
Who wants to know?
Me.
Why should I tell you?
Why shouldn't you? You have something to hide?
No, but my dad says nothing's for free.
Ah,
Everything costs something.
your father may be quite an intelligent man. What is it that you're looking for?
I'm hungry.
All right. I like look in my pack and I pull out a delicious cupcake.
No way.
Yes.
A delicious cupcake.
Yes.
Where did you get a delicious cupcake?
Yeah, do we have
I've been
cupcakes?
hoarding this cupcake.
Does
Are
that
they part of our
cupcake have
rations?
drugs in it? Like, is that what I was
Did
supposed
we
to-
forget that
It's
we
a
gave you a
drugged
cupcake at some point? Do you
No.
literally have a cupcake?
I don't have a cupcake, but I want to pull out a. Can I pull out a delicious cupcake?
God,
We have
cupcakes sound
rations,
so
though.
good.
Feed 'em
Why didn't you assholes bring cupcakes to the show?
I know.
Fuck.
I don't know. Like, yeah. I want a cup. Well, we have rations. Could it be in a form of a cupcake?
I think you don't have any cupcake formulated rations, but you could try to tempt him with
And
like a
Nicodemus's
normal
face?
ration.
All right. I tempt him with a normal ration.
He sort of looks around the corner.
The
and
cupcake would have been way cooler.
He steps forwards and he sort of sniffs the ration in your hand. He says, "It smells kind of like a foot."
I don't know what to say to that.
I like this.
They also give
So-
you diarrhea.
As you're about to like put it back away because you're just disgusted with this kid, he like grabs it from you, and he just like bites into it. And he chomps to himself and he thinks for a while and he says, I don't remember any man in a cloak, but there was another man who had a big monster like yours.
Ah, really?
Uh-huh. He lives right over there. And he points at the house on the left with a blue door.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Any reason in particular that you're telling me about another fellow with a Seski?
Oh, it wasn't a Seski. It was just a big monster. It was hard
Oh.
to see.
Interesting. What did it look like? This
Well, it was-
monster.
And he sort of like clamps his mouth shut and he sort of like looks side to side and he says, "Promise you won't tell anyone."
I like lean down and I go, I promise.
And then he looks at you in the eye and he goes, "What's wrong with your face?"
Nothing.
Oh. Okay. You have a weird eye that's different from anybody else's eye I've seen, but I guess you must be a mutant, so it's okay. I have a
Pretty
mutation
cool. I
too.
pull up the visor
Yeah.
and kind of like show him and I scan him.
Oh, wow.
What's his mutation?
He's
What's
level
his
1. And there's no sense of the Numenera about him.
Okay.
He pulls up his shirt and he shows you his belly button, and he's got like a little wiggly appendage on his belly button. And it just goes like boop, 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 boop.
Ah, very interesting. I have a friend
Um,
that might like talking to you. He's also got something similar to that going on.
No way. That is so cool. I knew I was cool. All the other kids made fun of me from it. They held me down and put poop on my head.
That's not very nice.
Mm-mm.
Well, someday you shall do something great with that. So don't let them hold you down from that. So what
Thank
were
you,
you saying about
AAA.
this monster? What did it look like?
It was like a big hole in my vision.
What?
And he says, I was watching late at night playing with my ball, and I threw it too hard and it bounced way over there behind the house. And so I went to go look for it, but there was a strange man walking behind the house with a monster next to him. And he talked to it, and it made terrifying sounds that made me really scared. So I ran away to my dad's place and I slept, and I got my ball the next morning.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that information, Thrall. And perhaps I'll bring by my friend someday.
Yeah, I want to meet him. I want to be cool like him. All right. So, he sort of runs off with his ball and he starts bouncing it against the thing again and running around. What do you do now?
I want to go check out this house with the blue door.
Okay. Are you just like walking up to the front door?
Well, I'm gonna. Does it look suspicious from the outside, or is it just like a house with a blue door?
Yeah, it's like a hobbit hole. There's like a big round blue door with a big, like gold filigree doorknob in the center of it, and two little round windows with like little cross. What do they call those? Window panes or window frames or something like that. And then
can
there's
I-
it's like grass on top with like flowers growing. And
Okay.
it's probably like 80 or 90 feet like horizontal to you, and it's a big dome that sort of rises, maybe 15 feet out of the earth.
All right. Can I see within the windows if I were to go up to them? Or are there curtains?
There are curtains, but in the right window you can actually see through just a little bit.
What time of day is it right now?
It's probably like, what did we say? It was like midday, I guess.
All right. Well, I probably don't want to be just walking up to someone's window and creeping in the middle of the day. So I think I'm just gonna kind of hang out near. I guess is there a little park? Is that where I'm at right now, where the kid is?
Yeah.
Hang out and sit on a bench and kind of watch.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
See if someone comes in or out of the house.
You find a seat over across the fountain or across from the fountain, where you can get a good view on the house, and you take a seat. Now let's find out what Pocket and Amelia are doing with Jimes and Jane, who disliked Wilbur.
Jay?
Yeah.
So this old man, and I completely am utterly blanking on the name of the old man, and I don't even think no, it's Tibbs, the day guard. Tibbs told you that on the west end of town lived two individuals, Jimes and Jane, and that he said that Jimes really didn't like Wilbur. Just some local gossip or something like that. So you guys are gonna go check that out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, my flex skills for today are interrogation and sleight of hand. There you go.
Well, I can't imagine how you might put those to use.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you get up to the house at the west end of town, and it's like a big sort of like brick chimney stack sticking out of the earth. But like there have been holes punched in the brick and windows set in and a door set in. It looks just ancient, and like maybe vines grew over it and then were ripped down. Like all the brick like has all the facing crumbled off of it. And you hear like the sound of cracking and snapping from out back, as if there's like a large branch that's being broken.
Pocket, did you hear that?
I don't know what that was. I assume not something tiny and not dangerous. So we should be careful. Let's
peek around the
you
corner.
go in the back. I'll knock on the front door.
Well, I will approach.
Go in the back.
I will approach the side of the house, and I will peek around the corner.
Okay.
Can I? Is it dark?
No, it's like mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, you go. I'll knock on the front door, and we'll distract them.
I want to know if I can see. Can you describe like what I see? Is it like an alley, and then I can't see behind this chimney stack type building?
No, it's not really an alley, right? Because it's not really a city. It's like a loose collection of buildings that
see.
are all sort of assembled into a village. And you sort of come down this dirt road to the end of this path. This is the only sort of chimney. It's really off to the west extreme of the village. And there's not a whole lot of other
So do I
inhabitants around here.
Do I see anything just by peeking around the side?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Not particularly.
All right, so you just like sort of stroll around and like put your head around the corner.
If you say like stealthy is in, I'm not just like jumping out and going, ha ha.
Yeah,
but I am,
But neither you were like, da-da,
was that?
da-da.
Yes, I am doing. Yes.
Oh, okay. Give me a speed roll.
Okay.
You have to make the music while you're doing it.
1d20, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of do just go like, da-da, da-da, da-da. And you like put your head around the corner, and there's like a guy standing right there facing you and like breaking a branch like right in front of you. And between the two of you, there's a huge pile of brush. And it looks like he's been like clearing brush from the sort of the wildlands at the edge of town, where there's like a whole bunch of low-lying shrubs and small trees and stuff. There's a couple of chicken coops and a couple of chickens are running around in the yard going bark, 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 bark. So he's standing there and he puts down this branch and he says, hey there, young lady, what can I do for you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you. I just heard something. I thought perhaps there was a large creature or someone of, with malicious intent snapping branches back here. But I see that you're simply just, I don't know, creating a bunch of arrows or perhaps getting some kindle ready for dinner later. I didn't mean to bother you.
You have the truth of it there. Yes, I'm hosting a bonfire tonight. Gonna have a couple of my friends over, drink a little moonshine, and watch the flames. It's gonna be a beautiful night.
So I'm still like, I'm out there, but can I just kind of like wave to Pocket behind my back, like, just,
Yeah, you can
just like go
from around
in.
the corner of the house. You can
Right.
go, like,
Yes. No, I'm telling him to like go inside. Yeah, just
okay.
sort of like, go do it now. Right? And I'm gonna. So, bonfire.
Yeah, he just like launches into conversation with you about the bonfire. He's really excited about it. Pocket, what are you doing?
I knock on the front door, but in a way that is below the level of the conversation happening outside, so that guy talking doesn't hear. Or I wait until he's talking so he can't hear over his own voice.
So are you, like, it's a big sort of chimney stack house. Like, are you knocking loudly enough that you think someone on the other floors of the house would hear?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you pound on the door while he's talking so that he's not likely to hear, but anybody else in the house would hear. And you hear footsteps from inside, and you hear a woman's voice go, "Just a moment." And eventually, the footsteps come, tumbling down the stairs. The door opens, and there's a woman standing there in a dark blue blouse with like thickly curled black hair. And she says, "Hello, yes, can I help you? What can I do for you?"
Hello, ma'am. I work for the Abbey, and we are investigating a murder that happened in the front premises of the Tower Guard Watch earlier this morning. The guards on duty at the moment mentioned that you and your husband may or may not have had some issue with the guard who was slain at the time, and we just wanted to ask you a series of routine questions that you could perhaps answer if you were so inclined.
And she says, she sort of puts her hand over her mouth and she says, "Oh, well, you'd better come in. Let me call my husband, Jimes. He could tell you more about it."
Oh, no. It's okay. Actually, it's got to be really quick. We have a lot of people to talk to today. We're talking to the whole town, just routine stuff. Figured I would stop here since your name was brought up. We can talk to your husband later. I got another meeting here in about like 20, so I got to hurry. But we can do this right now. And then he gets like a little too close, like sexual tension close.
Yeah.
And he's like, we can make this quick.
Why don't you roll a deception roll? So I guess that'd be intellect. Do you have a deception skill or anything like that?
I have liar.
Yeah.
I have liar super duper S skill.
Yeah,
T and
that's
S.
great. Okay. That's good. Yeah. She looks at you and she says, "Well, if it'll only be quick, surely you have time for a cup of tea." And she opens the door and she invites you to join her in the kitchen.
All right, I follow.
Yeah.
I'm like, we can talk while you make it.
Yeah. So she heads into the kitchen. There's already a pot on. She dumps a couple tea leaves into a mug and she pours the boiling water and hands it to you. Pours herself some. Starts drinking it.
I watch her drink, but I hold it, but don't. I just politely hold it, but I haven't had any of it yet.
Okay, yeah. Well, she's clearly drinking. The kitchen is nicely furnished, like marble countertops and like tiled walls. There's a couple of like Numenera lanterns hanging from the ceiling that are glowing and sort of pulsing with a dim light. And Yeah, there's a couple of various kitchen implements and knickknacks on the counter and stuff like that. And she says, "Now, it's true that my husband did have some problems with Wilbur. You see, Wilbur was not the most delicate of men, and he made a pass at me, and I didn't appreciate it. But my husband is overly protective. He was a glaive once, you see."
Gone.
Yes, very strong fighter. He used to travel around the country, the Navarine, and explore hunting for the Numenera. And as such, he's just developed this overly aggressive attitude of needing to fight everything. He's never met a door that he couldn't open by not shooting it, for example. He's a good man at heart, and he takes good care of us, and he's provided us a good life together.
What was your relationship to the guard, if I may ask?
Casual acquaintance, nothing more. She sips her tea.
Why would he make a pass at you then?
She sort of flounces and she says, "He must have liked what he saw." And she just sips. So
I put my tea down on the counter. and I slowly get a little bit closer. And I say,
Yeah.
I understand where he's coming from. I am starting to like what I see right now. Do you think your husband would attack me?
She like draws herself up. She says, sir, from the Abbey, you said? I'm sorry. You must have gotten the wrong impression. I'm certain my husband would attack you. Yes, quite certain. Thank you."
He would attack someone from the Abbey, you say?
I'm sorry. Do you have any further questions?
He would attack someone from the Abbey, much like someone who was the guard of your own town? I have
didn't say that.
interrogation skill. I want to use it to get her brain.
Brain. Yeah, roll for it. Yeah.
Yes. Shit.
Okay. She's clearly quite flustered. You've really you're pressing the issue. You set her on the back foot. She's sort of babbling. She's saying, "No, my husband would never. No, I didn't mean to imply. No, that's not what I mean. He's left that life behind him. He would never hurt a fly now."
Are there any weapons in the house?
I'm sorry?
Are there any weapons in the house?
Yes, for self-defense.
And where are these weapons?
Well, he keeps them locked in a cabinet upstairs.
Are they licensed and registered with the Abbey?
I don't know what the Abbey is. I'm sorry, I've never heard of the Abbey before, but I know
it is a place.
You must be from there. I know, and I wish I knew more, and I'm so sorry.
See, madam, at the Abbey we know everything. And
everything?
We know when someone lies. And you are lying. Where are these weapons at?
And she just like shrieks out a no. And Amelia from outside talking with Jimes, and he's like super excited for this barbecue, and he like grabs a chicken and holds it upside down, and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna take these suckers and we're gonna wring their necks and we're gonna throw them on the Barbie and coat them in a homemade barbecue sauce. Do you like barbecue sauce?" And then you hear this, "No!" And he goes, "Whew."
No, I mean, what I mean to say is I love barbecue sauce.
And he just like strides back to the back door of the house and slams it open. Why don't we take a 3-minute break?
There you go. We'll take our quick 3-minute break. We got 2 hours left here of week 8.
Yay!
We'll see what happens right after this. Don't go anywhere, guys. More roleplay coming up. We'll see you then.